Welcome back, guys, to Tales of Berseria, where after killing the Code Red serial killer tree and talking a little bit about cats and dogs, we've returned to Titania, where there seems to be a ton of skits awaiting us as we hang out in our secret base. Even more skits are about to play as we hope to go back on the search for a Therion. Should we see Laphicet reading again?
Did you ever figure out if that bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Actually, I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhino Stagros really is.
Oh my god.
Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. I'm not backing down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that field guide to rare insects of Midgand you wanted me to get you.
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is
Jeff.
Argonathocrassus, the thick-jaw beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag...
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong.
Ah,
It's a brand new species. I call it the Laphicet rhinostagros. That's my decision, and I'm not backing down.
thank you for the follow, whoever flashed up on the screen.
So, what?
Oh,
Oh,
thank
you've
God.
done it, and you got a boat.
Jesus.
You got a boat as a reward.
Boat.
And we finally came to the end of the... Oh, we got it!
Yeah, perfect.
We got some mussels!
That's what you need.
Bar guest paella. Containing both gel rice and razor rice. This dish just might be criminally delicious. Or not.
I really love that kind of seafood. Hopefully one day I can convince you that it's amazing.
Don't want to send them then.
I was just making sure there wasn't an even more awesome place.
Look at that. Oh, it's actually a proven type of beetle. It's already been discovered. I don't want to name it my own species because then I'll decide its fate.
I
soon as it's-
reject your
yeah.
reality
I reject the reality that someone's already discovered this, and now I put my name on it.
and substitute my own. Surfing on a tombstone. Wah. The other way.
I don't know what made the game designers make that. It's a bit confusing, really. Like, they went, oh, so yeah, about this time, it's like really hard to just run around everywhere all the time. Should we add something to the game that makes them go faster? We could have a sprint. Sprint makes sense. No, what about a flying tombstone that cats deliver? Oh yeah, that. But you also have to go to every zone and activate it in every area before you can use it. Oh yeah, let's make them do that, yeah. Is this the right floor?
What's
I'm
going
assuming
on
something's
here,
going on,
then?
yeah. Oh, just chilling. It's the hangout spot. This
Where
isn't even
the
the right
heck-
floor still.
So it's not even the cat floor.
Yeah, bring the map up. So it's another 2 floors down? I don't even know where the cat chest is, but it should show up on the minimap there.
It looks like the mini-map has to some extent reset though.
Should still show that though. Shouldn't it?
I don't know.
There
Yes.
it is. Yeah. Go, Becca. It's yours to claim now. We still only just got about enough for that and the one in the assault, though. If we can ever get back there. I mean, it's pretty full of malevolence by now.
Phew.
Right, angel wings.
Oh, they're clearly for Flaffle
Flaffle set.
Falafel set. Oh, he's not here. What am I trying to do?
Trying to make him into some good vegetable-based goods, by the sound of it.
Mmm, delicious.
Falafel
Chickpeas.
set.
I do like a good falafel, but all the falafel shops near us are kind of, what's the term? Gentrification? Like where everything's crazy expensive.
That's not kinda, but kinda not. I think gentrification is used for the improvement of housing. Oh, you need to go down further.
They do?
Yeah,
What for?
to get to the star. I think gentrification is used for the term where houses are bought and redeveloped or refurbished, so they fall
I think
into a
it's
much
shops
higher
as well,
price
though.
bracket.
Like
Well, it's
all
probably the whole area.
foodie
Yeah.
shops and everything that suddenly have really hipster poshness to
Well,
them.
they do have a knock-on for house prices. I think it's down here, isn't it? I mean, we've dropped a few floors now. You never scrolled along on the map, so I don't know exactly what thing we're going for. Is it B1? R1?
Don't push yourself too hard now, Laffy said.
It's definitely
You hear
down
me?
here, isn't it?
I hear you.
Is this where we sleep?
I told everyone I could find the Therions, but I've only sent us to the wrong places.
Eisen, is there any way to boost a Malak's powers?
I guess it's okay for me to tell you this. The majority of Malakim today have their consciousnesses sealed away to be used as mere tools for the exorcists. But originally, Malakim were beings who received prayers from people, and in return bestowed their blessings upon nature and mankind.
So you're saying that when humans pray to a Malak, the Malak receives great strength?
Yes, in general at least. Some Malakim, like me, buck the system and bring about misfortune rather than divine grace.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But who would ever pray to me?
Maybe you didn't lead us to any Therions, Fee, but it's not like we came back empty-handed. We found orichalcum to use against Shigure, and we also learned we can hold our own against a dragon.
Velvet,
So where should we go next, Fee?
Northgand. There's a big Earth Pulse point north of Hellawes.
Works for me. Eisen?
We can leave whenever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
And I'm all set. Let's make our way to the harbor.
When I say prayers, I don't mean outright worshipping. All I'm talking about are earnest thoughts and feelings directed at you.
I see. So I'm already receiving prayers then.
We need to get Ernest to help you.
Ah, yes, Ernest. Hemingway.
There.
There's some cat emotes in the chat now. They know what we're looking at when we're looking off camera now. Kitty's being cute. Or weird. But to be honest, they're one and the same thing, really. You're getting better at... Oh, I looked away. I thought, you're getting better at piloting that. That was a really good corner. And then I looked back and you'd crashed.
Right. What?
Back up to the first floor. To be honest, you kind of expect a hoverboard to be pretty slippy. I believe in your piloting, Becca. Mainly because I can't be doing it.
So there's people on this floor.
Yeah, but they don't do anything, so it's fine. They don't even do a skip when you approach them, so...
Why do these doors look... Yeah, I keep thinking there should be something.
No, just... stay the same. Like, if there was something, it would probably tell us with a big exclamation mark.
How you doing, Princey? Boring,
Come
eh?
on, asleep in the back. One minute she was using the shield for herself, but then suddenly she seemed crestfallen.
Oh no.
Why?
Why?
We all decided to leave. I'd be pants it. Yeah, you have to get off the stone to pick up all the shinies. Somewhat of an inconvenience. I have to grind cat souls again, aren't I? I'm quite amazed by how much cat souls we've used, and we've still picked up a ton of cat souls, and it's still when we're still on the negative. Of course, we picked up some that were behind us in that sense, so we've only just barely kept on pace.
Our next target is north of Hellawes, near the Faldi's ruins. In light of everything we know, I'd say it's highly likely we'll find a Therion there.
Let's hope.
Then we should make our first stop, Port Hellawes.
With the mischief we got into last time, getting into the city might prove difficult.
Benwick, how are things in Hellawes right now?
That shipping guild that used to handle our mooring is pretty much toast. But for some reason, the Abbey isn't watching the port as much as they once were. Unfamiliar ships have been hauling in relief supplies, so if we pose as one of the transport ships, I think we can slip in. And if we divert some supplies to an unofficial channel, we might be able to secure a new mooring partner.
Smuggling in relief supplies for our own disaster. Cheeky bastards, aren't we?
It's what'll get us in.
That much is true. It's a plan.
Roger. I'll get right on it.
So we're gonna help out now, are we? After burning the place down. Wasn't our fault, was it?
Hey, Eleanor. Abbey exorcists don't pray to their tethered Malachim, do they?
You mean something besides our oaths?
An oath is a magical formula that grants you power in exchange for binding you to a rule, right?
Yes, though that is simplifying it a bit.
When Malachim receive human prayers, they bestow their blessings upon people and nature. Eisen told me that we Malachim grow stronger when humans pray to us.
Prayers and blessings? I've never heard of that. I used to think the same way as the other exorcists. Malachim are merely tools that allow us the use of arts.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But Innominat is different. The exorcists all worship him. They have faith in his mighty power. And not only that, the people of this nation pray to the Empyrean for salvation, just as Artorias instructs them.
Ah, I get it now. See the wheels turning, do you, kiddo?
Huh?
Artorias founded the Abbey within the existing Church of the Empyreans, so that he could direct the people's thoughts towards Innominat. So that even while they lionize Artorias as their savior, they're made aware of Innominat's presence behind him.
Everyone starts believing in Innominat. The prayers of the entire world go to him, becoming his power.
After the centuries-long decline of Empyrean worship, he becomes stronger than anyone today could imagine.
The pieces do fit. Oaths, prayers, blessings, the demon blight. So much in this world is affected by matters of the heart. They hold magical power, both effective and meddlesome.
We are truly going up against the rest of the entire world, aren't we?
Don't look so troubled, Eleanor. I'm gonna do my best to get stronger, so believe in me. I am a Malak, after all.
Oh, Laphicet, you've become so brave so quickly.
Have I?
But you're still cute when you get embarrassed.
Hey, why is your face so red?
Huh? My face isn't red.
He's growing it up. The girls paid him the compliments. He gets all embarrassed.
Hey, Eisen. What's it feel like to get a letter?
I don't feel anything, nor do I want or need to. There's no joy in receiving these things.
Huh? Why not?
Don't be so shocked. Look, it's just an invoice from the turtles. What's the big deal anyway? Do you wish you get letters too?
Yeah. But I don't have anyone to send letters to. Let alone anyone who would send me any.
Laphicet, I've got a letter for you.
What? Really? Who could it be from? The sender is... Bienfu? Yep.
You got a letter from yours truly. I figured you'd be wanting someone to send you a letter right about now, so I wrote one up for you. What do you think? You're happy, right?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bienfu.
I'll even read it for you. Dear Moloch Laphicet, I hope that this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. Thankfully, I'm doing well myself, with no major changes to report.
Bienfu's taking all this so seriously. It's so rare to actually see him like this.
As you're aware, I've been spending my days ironing Magilu's outfits, sewing her buttons, and washing her hat and tremendously long socks. Recently, however, I made the mistake of remarking to her that she might not have been quite as slender as she once was in her younger years. She hung me upside down from the roof in the middle of the cold. I nearly became a frozen Normansicle. It was so horrible that I couldn't stop my tears from flowing down my little cheeks.
There's the Bienfu we know and love.
But all you wrote about in that letter was yourself. And you even read it out loud yourself.
That's okay. Thanks, Bienfu. It feels nice to get a letter.
That's so kind of you to say. I think I might cry again.
Pure Bienfu.
They might fill up his hat.
It's just like a story of him being tortured again. Again. Is this a class 4 administrative zone? Could it be? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
How many class 4 administrative zones are there? 4?
Are there any
5?
class 5?
7? 7.
We've loaded everything bound for Hellawes. With that much freight, I doubt anyone will suspect us.
Any idea who can give us cover for docking?
Not anyone in particular, but recently the power and influence of the Hellawes Fishermen's Guild has caught my eye.
The Fishermen's Guild, huh? Let's bring them some extra relief supplies. Fuel, drink, and as for the drink...
12-year-old amber draft. The sailors of Hellawes have an eye for the stuff.
You heard that from Dial, I take it. He's got a sharp eye.
He took a bottle in payments, but I say we turn a blind eye to it. We thought we were the best at this kind of thing, but having him around has been a real eye-opener.
Okay, but tell him if he takes a second, he'll pay for it. Eye for an eye.
Aye. I'll keep an eye on him so that he doesn't sneak off with another bottle.
Cat needed belly rubs. Alright.
We're gonna move on?
Yeah, sure. Bribe him with beer. Best way to do things. After all we're gonna do is land at a dock.
The supplies are loaded. We can make for Hellawes whenever you want.
That was fast.
If we weren't hard workers, we wouldn't be sailors.
Eleanor! Oh, what's wrong, Kamoana?
She said she had a dream about her mom.
When Mommy saw me, she said I looked scary. That she didn't want a scary little girl like me. Your mother would never say that, sweetheart. But how can you be sure? Well, how do I put it? I know because I know. You're just lying to make me feel better.
Kill it! Kill it now!
Oh, Kamoana, don't cry.
Come on, time to set sail.
This is the part I hate about little kids.
I'm not a little kid! I hate you, Velvet! I hate you!
That's right. Let it all out.
Stop it! Stop it! Mommy! I saw my mommy! She didn't want me.
she managed to cry herself to sleep. They're not rational creatures. Sometimes you just gotta let them cry it out.
You seem used to it.
I guess you could say that. Luffy usually kept himself together when he was younger. But when he was really little, he had times like this every now and then. And on that note, let's take off all we can.
My liege, Dial, I leave Kamoana in your care.
I'll do what I can, but kids as sweet and honest as her are harder to deal with than corrupt bureaucrats.
An outlaw prince and a talking lizard are no replacement for a mother.
It's not a bad replacement. Talking lizard's better than most poor orphans get. It's pretty cool.
I've got a talking lizard for my mum. No one will recognize us.
I do hope Kamoana isn't crying anymore.
Yeah.
Shush.
How long is it going to be before you send in another exorcist to replace Lady Teresa?
With these demons clamoring at our gates, none of us feel safe anymore.
You have our deepest sympathies, but we were sent here on a different mission.
That's what the last exorcist who came here said before leaving for the north. What could be up there that's worth all that attention?
Surely we're not all being punished by the Abbey for what happened with Medusa, are we?
That is not the case. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business to attend to.
So the exorcists are just passing through town and heading straight north. Odd.
Oh, are they now? Well, I'm glad no one remembers about the fire. They all just forgot about it now. It's all good. Nothing can go wrong here. Alright, so that's the way back.
Yes. Just checking for shinies.
I know you are.
Seagulls. Dur.
It's not a case of caring about a kid in play, it's just wishing they were voice acted differently.
Ever since the Calamity showed up, everything's just gone to pot, I say.
Calamity? What do you mean?
I mean the demon who barged in and made a mess of our fair city. She's a nasty creature of pure evil, with an arm that eats anything that gets in her way.
Haven't you heard of her? The Calamity's been rampaging across the whole kingdom, not just here. Scant few have seen her and survived.
Huh. You don't say.
After the Calamity raised our ships and our port, the shipping guild fell apart, and our trade routes got poached by other ports. It's bad. The town relies on trade to make ends meet.
People are abandoning the city, and our streets are no longer safe. Not to mention the demon blight spreading again. Just the other day, a little kid turned into a demon. Just like that. What a world! What a world!
What have the exorcists been doing during all of this?
Well, Lady Teresa was in charge of this region, but she came up short against the Calamity and got a fat demotion for her troubles. Several new exorcists have been reassigned here, but once they arrive, they all traipse right off to the ruins up north.
This has to be Medusa's fault. If she hadn't gone and done something so stupid...
Medusa?
That's enough. This isn't something for outsiders to know.
You're right. Sorry. I'm really worried about what's going to come of this town.
It sounds like Hellawes isn't what it used to be these days.
We need to ask around and find out more about what's going on here.
Agreed. Especially regarding the Abbey and those ruins. I'm also curious about this Medusa woman.
The ruins part makes sense, since the Earth Pulse point might be there. But why do you care who Medusa is?
Just a hunch. Something tells me she's worth looking into.
You're not gonna look into this Calamity chick? She sounds like a real terror.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I already know plenty about what makes her tick.
I don't know who is. Tell me.
I'm just gonna ignore that skit for a second.
And of course, get the one soul. And an amber garment. All the low-level gear, basically.
Whee!
Not gonna go for the skit. Okay, let's have a treasure chest. So it seems the area underneath is now locked off.
Worcestershire sauce, yes! It's so delicious. I put it in most of cooking. Num 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 num.
Well, you can individually taste it though.
You totally can. I love putting it on cheese on toast. It's the best combo ever.
Are you all right, Madam Eleanor? Don't let those people get you down.
I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. But could you not do that thing where you blow air on me to dry my tears?
All right, I'll just pat your head then.
That won't be necessary either. But really, things are in a terrible state.
The town burned, the guild ruined, the abbey all but gone. It won't be a functioning port for some time.
You can't fault them for being upset. They had it real good here until we came along. Those Hellawesians were like spoiled children.
How so?
Hellawes was once a tiny fishing village. The bountiful northern seas provided plenty enough fish to sustain their trade. But Flamestone gave them an easy way to get rich. And once they got a taste, they abandoned their old craft.
And now they're paying the price. But I've heard that the cooling temperature has covered half the northern sea in ice drift, making fishing much more difficult.
But the drifting ice carries tiny organisms, enriching the waters where it melts. The fish should be more plentiful than ever.
I suppose you may have a point.
We're ones to talk after what we did, but taking the easy path, then complaining as soon as it gets hard, that seems...
Spoiled, yes.
You said it, Laphicet.
I think my appetite's getting a little overindulgent, too.
That's not a bad thing. Just means you're healthy.
Giant squid come to these waters in this season. Should I ask Benwick to fish some up?
Yeah, and some normal octopuses, too.
Squid.
All the fish things.
I'll have some deep fried crispy squid rings, please. Nom 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 nom. Skits, skits, skits.
The demon attacks have ground trade to a halt. But people are slowly starting to fish again.
Are you a fisherman, too?
Aye. This town got swept up in the recent trade boom. But back when I was a young lad, this was a fishing port through and through. Ever since the shipping guild took over the docks, all of us fishermen got muscled out. Making this a commercial port has helped the town grow. But a lot of people weren't so happy with the guild.
It's too bad everyone couldn't just work together.
Once money gets involved, people change. That's true no matter what age you live in. The people know it's the ones making the money who lead the charge. But we follow anyway. It's human nature. I hope everyone changes their minds once we start rebuilding. But who knows what will happen.
Skits, skits, skits. It's been a slow kind of session, really. In terms of things actually going on. We haven't even had a good old boss fight. What's with that?
This calamity is... us, isn't it?
Well, we've been waging war with the Abbey everywhere we go, and now we're about to take it to a new level.
If we pull the next Therion off of the Earth Pulse point, it'll likely be Kamoana's village all over again.
The same devastation?
Ooh. I wonder if there's something worse than calamity that they can call us.
This is no laughing matter.
People turn into demons in part due to their own malevolence. It's not like they're entirely innocent. But if there's someone out there who's being forced to act as Inominat's mouth, like Kamoana was, isn't saving them the right thing to do?
I cannot argue with that, but...
You don't have to worry. I'm the one who will devour the barrier. And I'm the one who will do what needs to be done.
We have no idea what needs doing.
Yep. Warp? Say warp.
What?
Instead of go through, it just said warp. Does it normally say warp?
There's a million things to do here and shops and stuff.
Yeah, there's even the thing for you to get your...
My
Bazoominator. Yep. Your surfboard of terror.
Bloop, bloop.
And of course, now we're actually up to the icy region. We got that side quest to do as well.
Oh. I think it's probably getting to a point where we could do like end of stream shop stuff and minigames, don't you? Or
pretty much.
How long we need to do.
It's all up to your behest, my love.
I don't know how many hours you need to see you through the week.
All the hours.
All the hours. Oh.
Well, it's just skits galore. Plenty to talk about yet again. There's going to be 5 separate ones here. Let's get your skateboard of doom. Where is it? Oh, it's up. It's up the top. You got to go round from the back where you came to get the skateboarding thing of skateboardiness. So from here, but not a single boss fight. I'm quite disappointed. Well, we did get the DFL, I guess. The herbs still haven't repopped, so what's the point in them?
The ones in pots do.
Well, only natural herbs?
Maybe.
I mean, what makes them natural?
It's natural.
Ah, yes. It's because skating on the rooftops, yeah. You can go that way? Not there's anything. Oh! Okay, there's something. Twin charm. Tell a lie that definitively is something. Well, if you want to save it up, we can end the session and move on next time. So in our search to find a Therion, we found nothing. No Therions, no bosses. We beat up Zavid's, you know, ex a little bit. I'd call her an ex. I think it's pretty much an ex kind of situation. We got ourselves our skateboard and explored many lands, leveled up a little bit more, but not much else. Seems to be a really heavily story-based segment of the game for the time being, which is a bit of a shame. I want to kill a boss. Does that 10 seconds of fighting a dragon count as a boss? Do the code reds count as bosses? These are questions. But Becca's happy because she now is the Skate Master 2000, Tony Hawk's pro skating champion of the world.
Ooh.
And have nice new stuff.
Ooh.
He's going to have some stuff for us to pick up before we end as well. You may as well. It's not like we don't have a billion monies. Our ship can probably get us some more in the future. So I'm going to do the dismantling and get ready for all the stuff for next session as well. And I hope you guys will join us then for more. Shall I give you some more cat cam before we leave? It's all just flopped down here. It's all just a floppy cat.
I'm just going to do an extra save, actually, because if we accidentally run into one of these quests or skits, it's going to be a real pain in the butt.
Floppy cat before we leave. And I wish you all farewell. Goodbye. Have a view up my nose.
Oh,
See you next time for more Tales.
Boat!
Boat before we
Take a
leave.
look at this.
Hell yeah.
Can't leave without more boat. Look how happy she is.
Great.
She's got some more muscles.
Send them
Scout ship
again.
setting sail.
Excellent.
That way she gets level 16 when we start next time. Bye-bye.